Hello average anglers, welcome to another average angler video. We are at the Sedges on the third round of the Winter League. I've drawn peg 15 on brick. I'm fishing the pole and the feeder today, combination of different lines. I've got some Tom Thick ground bait with me for for my main tack on the pole. I've got some pellets, another line on the pole with a bit of crushed expander, and I've got the feeder which will also have some Tom Thick Dark Intelligence mix on it. I'm pretty much fishing pinkies, maggots and some pellets today, that's it. So it's all going to be straightforward. Not a lot to talk about just yet. Got a few more bits and bobs to set up, but I just thought I'd set the scene for you guys. Looking like a lovely day. Wind might get up slightly later, but no rain, no problems. It's going to be a lovely day for filming. Nearly an hour in. I've had two little tiny skimmers over my long line. I just up this, which when I first looked up was a carp, but now I'm thinking is probably just a better breed. So that's nice. That weighs 5 times more than the 2 fish I had previously put together. My usual silver's a technique. Started the match by feeding really light, just spot where you can sit really there. There we are. Started the match by feeding 4 balls of Tom Thick at 13, and I fed a small bit of pellet short, tried to fish over that never caught, and I fed some pellet at 14 and just had a couple fish on the pellet there. So that's what we're doing at the minute. Wind's light, sometimes there's a bit of a breeze on it, sometimes it's flat calm, sometimes it's turning right to left, sometimes the float's staying still. It's moving around quite a lot, so and it's quite deep out there, so feeding the small amount of bait I'm feeding is quite worrying at times. And when it tows, my float sits down a lot more. I think is the weight of the hook bait pulling on the tip, but then when it's still, my float sits up another few millimetres, making it hard to know what's a bite and what's not sometimes. Boat trips through the swim. It's definitely like moving up and down. I'm just waiting for positive indications. I mean, that bream there just buried it, so you weren't going to miss that for an indication. There we are in again. Good timing with the cameras again. Like I say, when you're 2 fish for the first hour, just coming in, we're just about to start the second hour, and this is a second better fish. So the most proper one. just go back out again so we can get another one. I've got to keep reasonably quiet because people in my section are catching fish and there's a few fish here to be had. I don't want to give away too much about what's going on. These fish fishing at this distance is already making me wonder whether or not this short line that I set up earlier might come good later. Small fish straight as soon as it's gone that time. Up to the bottom. It's a roach or little tiny skimmer. Wow, that is a small skimmer. It's the other end of the spectrum. I might consider topping up in a minute because we've had 2 or 3 better fish off this. Little top up on the rod and really put in with another 5 baits. We still get to try directly over the top of the ground, but we're past the ground bait in a minute. I'm just tapping in a very small amount of pellet and just fishing over the top of it. I'm just trying to see what we can influence. The wind's changed now, so it's turned right to left again now. It seems like the 2 picks up straight away after it, and once the wind picks up. A little bite then, missed it. Lots of them little roach down, and then little skimmers down there, then they're going to be a pain. Checking my bait still, I can't see it at distance at the minute. Even if I lift it up into the sky, I can't see it with the light levels we've got at the moment. I'll just ship it back halfway and lift the rig and I can just about make it out if it's on. Yeah, so we're not off to... We were, when I first put the cameras on and we just had that nice bream, just before that I was thinking, oh, we're a bit behind, but we're back in the section now. A lot of people started on the tip and I decided to sit it out short to see if I could catch an early bonus skimmer short or something like that, but it didn't work for me. But then nobody really caught much on the tip. In my section anyway, the guys on the opposite bank did. But not our section, they didn't seem to want to be on the tip line. Although they have given up on it quite quickly once they saw me hook a fish on the pole line. Might be time for a little top up on this line now. Right there then. Yeah, bait's the one, bait's the one. I must know there's lots of those smaller fish there. There's a gust of wind that's come out of nowhere. Might be getting windier later, so it'd be nice for me to see if I can catch shorter later. My main ground bait line is actually shorter than this. I've put 3 balls of Tom 6 ground bait in and a big pot of maggots and pinkies. There's plenty of bait on down there. Right, I'll get the cameras rolling and look for another one. You do feel like I might need to top up a little bit. I'm going to turn you off after this one comes in, so I can concentrate back on my fishing. So there we are, it's 33 minutes past 11, so we've been going an hour and 3 minutes. I've got 5 skimmers, 2 of the nice ones you've seen, and 1 this size and 2 even smaller than this, and well, actually a tiny little swinger as well, which I'm not counting. It's 20 past 1, so we've had another hour go by. I've let my jacket off, it's so warm in the sunshine. Yeah, the sunshine, the warm, with everything warming up, seems to have put an end to the fishing in the pole line. It's just making me wonder whether the fish have come up. Don't really know. I've topped up the pole line and I'm on the tip now, first chuck on the tip. Got double pinky and a little bit of ground bait, use my first chuck. No feeding the ground bait for the first few chucks, just like to get something down there. I won't leave it in very long, 3-minute chucks. Just get something happening in an area. Just not getting any indications or anything, but just keep winding that tip. Just keep chucking it out, throwing it in. Just trying to get one to put quite a short hook length on. Oops. Mostly because that's the hook length that was on there when I got the last time I fished the tip, so I just kept it on there. Didn't catch a lot of fish on it, so the hook point's nice and sharp. Same ground bait as on the pole line. Nice and dry. Just packing it in hard. Get a nice cloud on the way down. The only thing that's there when they follow that to the bottom is my double pinky. That's the idea for the first few chucks anyway. And then we'll go from there. Highly likely to hook a carp on this one. On this method. There we are. And if the fish have moved into the shallower water, it's a bit shallower up against that tip up there. Maybe that's where they want to be. I'm just tightening up and watching the tip as I tie it up, because I didn't sink all of the line. Straight away. Oh, there's a little bank. We're in. Into little fish straight away, that's what I want. Oh, a little tiny skimmer's just jumped out. He's a jumping, but he's not really like one of the big jumpers. This one's got ideas above his station. He thinks he's a jumper. He's only a little one. That worked exactly how I wanted it to work. Just start trying to hit the same spot a few times now. Pinkies look good. And you slime off your length. Oh, looks. Oh, weird position. That's better. The line seems to be coming off the back of the shank instead of the front of the shank. That's better. It could cost you lost fish if you ain't careful. You got to keep an eye on all these sort of little things. Don't know how I got away with that. So still not put any feed in yet. Just want to see what happens. If we start getting plenty of fish there, and we can start putting some feed in and see if we can get them to be lining up for it. Right guys, went out the feeder, had 2, couldn't catch, more than that, struggled. So I've come back on the other lines, I topped up before I went out the feeder, and I've gone round a few of them. Not only bites, and I come on the short line, but I also topped up and I've had 2 skimmers off that. Not big ones, just 2, hand-sized skimmers. That's nice. A few fish have settled on this short spot, which means I can potentially top it up if I need to. Move on to another line. Let's see if I can catch some short at the end. Maybe I can get some of the better ones to come in short here. It's turning quite hard right to left. I'm getting the bite sort of to the left hand side of the swim. Yeah, obviously it's been towing that way for most of the day. And so that's where these skimmers are. And one more look on this, and if it don't go under I want to top it up. Go out on the main line. Just see if anything's settled over that main line. I've pinned odd patches and maggots over. I wouldn't say I've religiously fed it, because I certainly haven't. So I've got 3 pellet lines. I've got one that's past my main line. I've got one to my right. Both of those are at 14 metres. And this one here at number 7 section. What I'm going to do in a second, because I've been around all 3 of them now and only had fish off this one. I'm going to top all 3 up, and I'm going to go over my main line. Or maybe I'm going to stay here. Oh, Tim. I strike too hard, or is he foul locked? I'm still going to go around the other line, I think. Right, I'm back out over this line's not had any feed over it. I'd pinch, I'd catapult with maggots every now and again. That's about it. the ball of ground bait about 40 minutes ago before I went on the pellet line, before I went on the feeder. So I'll have a quick look and then I'm expecting if I don't get a bite, I'll top this up for his final top up for the end of the match. And I've got my lines to rotate around. That's probably what I'll do until I find somewhere where I'm catching fish. Oh, straight on it they were there. Straight on it. Oh, this fish could be a roach, this. Keeping its head down well. He's had it in the mouth. I thought I'd foul hooked him, but I ain't. Seems to be today that you just got to let these fish settle. Not having. Got to put some bait in and let them settle and let them have it. That fish has had that on the drop, I think. This rig's very delicately falling in. Well, not very delicately, but delicately-ish. Falling into that baited area. Popped in. Yeah. That's nice. Nice to catch one for the cameras. Thought there was something wrong with my rig for a second. It just settled and buried, and I thought, oh, maybe the shot in, maybe I got the wrong rig on or something, but it was a fish. Just took it as it settled. So there are some down there. Maybe this ground baited area. Little indications there, roach. Roach or small skimmers, but at the minute we'll take anything we can get our hands on. There's a roachy on cue, just as we mentioned them. Just been chatting with the guys next door saying they've been having a couple of roach just last few puts. I'm just laying the rig in sideways so it drops in slowly because it's like a kind of a strung out bulk. It's a strung out bulk in the sort of the bottom third of the rig. Maybe even a bit more than that, maybe the bottom fifth of the rig or quarter of the rig. But sort of tapers down to the up point so that it gets down fast, but the last little bit it drops in slow. So that if there is anything just hovering off the bottom, I've got half a chance. I've got a 6-inch up there with the maggot on because I like to have a natural fall at the end. And the last couple of fish I hooked, I've had it right in there, down their throat, so they've taken it with good confidence. It's just there's a few fish there feeding confidently. The positive indications like that one. Let's see what we can get. That seems like a nicer fish. Maybe another roach. Wow. Seeing it. Is it a skimmer or is it a roach? Skimmer. What are these fish feeding today?